What is up, Pokemoshpitbeta? AnkleBreaker1023 here, bringing you guys my 5th upload to the Moshpitbeta, and here I have a UU match, a Black 1 UU match against ZellMurasame. He was on the Smoke on Wifi Battle Finder, and he was hosting, so I kind of challenged him to kind of want to battle him, and it turned out that we had a really good and fun UU match here, so I wanted to show it off with you guys. So, here, he's going to lead off with his Shaman, as I'm going to lead off with my Choice Scarfed Heracross. And this Shaman is going to be the bane of my existence in this match. It is actually the most annoying thing ever. So, first turn of the match, I make a huge over prediction. And I only made, I would say, 2 to 5 misplays in this match. And there is one of them on the first turn of the match. So, I go into the Stone Edge and miss on the first turn. He's able to get up a free substitute. He knew that a Mega Form would not be enough to kill him off. And he would be able to live with the substitute anyway. Because he thought I would be Choice Scarfed. How I stayed in. And if I wasn't Scarfed and I would switch out, he would be able to kill me off with the... He was able to get up a substitute anyway. So I'm going to bring in my Empoleon thinking I can take a Seed Flare nicely if he wants to Bleach Seed. I can break his subs for all day basically with my Ice Beam. So he's going to go for the Seed Flare. He is going to get the Spadef drop. And he gets a little bit more hacks on his end, not even going to lie. But I'm going to go for the Roar right there on the substitute, which is really good for me. But I'm going to roar him into the Zapdos, which is a thing I really did not want to see. So he's going to get his Zapdos out. Now, I have no clue about this build because I don't see any item, obviously, because he hasn't done anything yet. And I haven't heard him. So I'm not sure if he's going to be a full-out offense, if he's going to be defensive. And based on the Toxic, I'm going to be thinking he's going to be probably like Sub-Roost maybe, or maybe just Toxic and maybe Toxic Roost 2 attacks. I really have no clue at this point. So I'm going to go right for the Body Slam, hoping for a Para, as I'm really not going to get the Para, but he's going to go for the Roar, so now I know a little bit more of his set that he's definitely going to be a bulkier build. So now, here, I'm not sure his moveset. I only know 2 of his moves, and he could have Roar, Toxic, Hidden Power, Ice, and Thunderbolt, so I don't really want to take an HP Ice to the face, so I'm going to go right back into my Snorlax, knowing I'm going to take any special hit, but he actually does end up going for the Toxic again, so I'm thinking it doesn't really have the Hidden Power Ice. I'm thinking he's definitely just going to be mono attacking with Thunderbolt or Discharge, and probably Roost, so I'm thinking that's probably going to end up being a set, so I'm not going to have to worry about the offensive build of the Zapdos. So I'm going to go for the Body Slam, still trying to get the paralysis, but I'm not going to be able to score it. This is actually going to roar me out into my Empoleon, which is going to kind of suck because I'm weak to a stab move, and I really don't want to take a Discharge. Knowing even though I could live a Discharge, my Empoleon doesn't really have reliable recovery, so I'm not going to really want to stay in for that. But here at this point, I'm thinking my Nidoking is definitely going to be able to take any hit from this thing, because with his moveset, he is not able to touch my Nidoking. My Nidoking. He cannot hurt my Nidoking one bit. So here he's going to switch out his Zapdos and can bring out his Empoleon as I go right for the Thunderbolt, thinking he would bring out this Empoleon to take the Ice Beam, so which is a really good prediction on my part, as his Empoleon is just going to take a Thunderbolt to the face, and that's really going to suck for him. He actually takes it pretty decently because probably especially defensive build, but here I'm not going to play any games, going right for the next Thunderbolt, which is going to be able to clean up this Empoleon, which is really good for me, and it's really not going to be making up for that big misplay in the beginning, because that Shaman, like I said, is going to come back and do some stuff that I'm not going to really be appreciative of. So, if we have this Typhlosion here, I don't want to take maybe an HP Ice or just an Eruption at full HP, thinking he might be Scarfed. So he's going to go for a Hidden Power of some sort, and it's looking like probably Ice. It potentially could be Grass, because this is a very bulky Snorlax, but I'm thinking it's going to be Ice, because like Thick Fat would cut that in half, so it wouldn't really do a lot of damage. But here he's going to bring out his Zapdos now, so I just go right for the Body Slam, and I'm just fishing for a Para on something, and I'm not going to even get the Para on the Zapdos, which is really annoying. And basically, since I'm already paralyzed, poisoned, he can't really do anything to me. He can stall me out a little bit, but he probably doesn't really want to be paralyzed. But he's just going to go for the Roost right here, just trying to get his HP back up, because my Body Slams really aren't doing a lot. So I can obviously tell that this is a physically defensive build of Zapdos already. So I'm gonna go for another Body Slam, and it's really not gonna do anything, and it's not gonna get Para, which is horrible, because I'm thinking Body Slam, come on, Para all the time, get some Paras, get some Paras. I am not getting any paralysis luck on my end. So here, I'm going to switch out here, knowing that I really can't hurt him that bad, and I know that my Nidoking is a safe switch into the Zapdos, knowing I don't have to fear HP Ice, so no, I'm basically safe switching in on Nidoking's. My Nidoking is definitely safe switch, but he's going to actually go for a Roar, which is really nice playing his part, bringing me into my Heracross, and I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, and it's going to do a lot of damage, seeing that he's definitely physically defensive. He's going to be able to take at least one. Looking like a 2-hit KO, he's going to go for the Discharge and get the paralysis, and I am like, really get the paralysis. I went for probably 5 Body Slams, no paralysis. He goes for 1 Discharge, gets the paralysis. So now I'm just going to go into my Nidoking, knowing that I could probably be able to kill him off with an Ice Beam, but it does go for the Roost, knowing that he's going to be able to Roost stall me with that thing, because I can easily miss Stone Edge, and it's not going to be super effective anymore if he keeps roosting up. So here he's going to switch out, knowing that he doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. He's going to go into his Typhlosion here. And I just go for the safe Ice Beam because I want that Zapdos dead, and I knew it would actually do a decent amount to this to that Typhlosion. It really doesn't do too little. So he's gonna go for a hidden power, and it's gonna be HP Grass. And he told me that in the chat that he thought it was HP. He himself thought it was definitely HP Ice, but as you can see, it was HP Grass. So it was not super effective. And I'm just gonna go for a T-Bolt, get the crit, and kill him off. Don't really know if it mattered. If it did matter, it is not vital to the match. So this is almost when the Shame is gonna start really like really annoying me. So I go into my Empoleon knowing I can definitely take a Seed Flare, and I'm going to take it decently. And if you think about this match, he gets like one discharge power, and now he finally misses his Seed Flare, which is about time. And I was thinking if he doesn't miss a Seed Flare, then that is going to be like totally like very lucky for him, and it'd just be terribly unlucky for me. So now I'm just going to miss a Seed Flare. I'm going to get an Ice Beam off on him, which is going to be really good for me. But now I'm thinking I would want to have a safe switch right here into my Houndoom, which is a Life Orb, which I could probably just break his subs with Fire Blast and Dark Pulses and whatnot. So I'm just going to just kill me off the next Seed Flare so I can be able to get the safe switch in to my Houndoom now. And this part is sped up a lot because first turn I get so unlucky. Goes for the substitute, I go for Fire Blast, and I miss the Fire Blast on the substitute, which means that this Shaman is just going to proceed to just troll all over me with the substitute and the Leech Seed. He is just going to be able to get recovery after recovery. The Leech Seed and Lefty's recovery is just, he's going to be able to Life Orb Storm. He's going to be able to recover chunks and chunks and chunks of HP, and I'm just going to be sitting there looking at my DS screen I was just sitting there looking at my DS screen saying, what am I going to do? So he's just going to keep on. This is like the only thing I want to like have in because he has one of the lowest HP amounts on my team because like, you know, HP, and I do resist his stab move. I don't think he has Earth Power at this point. He would have definitely killed me off with Earth Power. Now he's going to switch into his Hitmontop here, and I'm going to switch out here, and I'm going to bring out my Heracross, and basically, I'm just going to switch right back out. I'm going to go into my Gligar now, and it's going to be, he's going to go for the fake out. He's going to fake me out, and I didn't really put this back up to the regular speed because this Shaman just comes in another turn later. And I'm just going to go for a substitute, and basically a Gligar behind a sub is still going to get trolled by a Shaman very hard because my Earthquakes are going to do absolutely no damage. So he's going to go for a Seed Flare. Of course, he's not going to miss the Seed Flare. He's definitely going to be able to break my sub. This Earthquake does minuscule damage to this Shaman, which now he knows he's faster than me, so he can be able to set up a substitute, which would mean I would have like 3 to 4 hits just to break his substitute, which he already knows that. So he's going to go for that substitute, and he has such low HP, and it's such a tease because you think, oh, Shaman's in the yellow, you could definitely kill him off next turn with a couple break his subs and whatnot, but that's not how it works because Shaman is so fast. And when your one Pokemon has, this is why this team is actually kind of poor, which I didn't really realize until after this match, is you can't have one Pokemon with over base 100 speed, which is just my Scarfer, because when you come into a Pokemon like Shaman and other Pokes with base 100 speed and up, you are going to be sitting in a very bad position. So, sorry about the Stally match, but at least I sped this thing out a lot. I put it like a 150. So, I'm going to just go for Body Slams. I'm basically stacking my Snorlax here because I want to get that safe switch into my Houndoom. So, I'll be able to just go for like the Fire Blast or the Dark Pulse when he's at a really low range of HP where he can't set up subs anymore. And it kind of sucks that it's my Snorlax I have to sack because he's going to be recovering so much HP because I'm such an HP powerhouse being the Snorlax I am. So, finally, he kills me off. He couldn't get a crit, too. Like, come on, you really had to crit me there. And, at this point, I'm definitely thinking that he's running low on Seed Flare. So, he's going to go for the Leech Seed, and I'm just with my Houndoom, and I go for the Dark Pulse. And if I would have just went for Fire Blast just for the riskiness, I would have been able to kill this thing off. But, now, after the Leftovers recovery and the Leech Seed, it's not certain that he's going to be able to still have another substitute ready. So, looking at that range, it looks like he's going to have another substitute, and he can. He gets another substitute, which I'm like really about to like punch my DS and throw it off a building and break my computer. But here, I'm finally going to slow it up because as you can see, as you can tell by me slowing it up, maybe this Shaman is finally going to die. Yes, he is too weak to make this substitute, and the Dark Pulse is finally going to be able to kill off the Shaman. That Shaman probably was on the screen for like probably like 30 minutes in real time, and that's just horrible. So, ZellMurasame, being the genius he is going to bring out the Kingdra for one reason only, knowing he's going to take a Dark Pulse, knowing no matter what, he's going to live this Dark Pulse. I was just hoping maybe I could flinch him. I'm not going to get the flinch. Being the smart man that he is, he knows I'm going to die to my Life Orb, so he's going to be able to set up a free DD after I die to Life Orb, which is a very good play on his part. So, basically, I'm just looking through my posts. I'm looking at base stats. I'm thinking, okay, maybe Heracross will be able to live 1 because it has the most physical defense besides my Gligar because it's weak to it. I'm thinking maybe it can live 1, goes for the Waterfall. I'm not going to be able to live it because I'm a Heracross. He's a +1 stab boosted Waterfall from a freaking Kingdra. So here, I'm gonna go with my Gligar, thinking, okay, this is basically a good game. So I'm gonna go with my Gligar, goes for Waterfall, and I live with 18 hit points. I'm able to live, and I'm like, yes. And I go for the Earthquake, and I'm like, yes. And I kill the Kingdra, the big threat avoided. But he still has 2 pokes, and I only have 2 pokes, and this Gligar's at a very low range of HP. Now, seeing that this Hitmontop did not have Intimidate, I know it's a Technique top. I'd rather this thing just die to a Fake Out here. So basically, it's my Nidoking versus his Zapdos and his Hitmontop. And so it's not really too good. So he's going to do a very smart play on his part, which is going to be switching to his Zapdos as Death Fodder because he can get a Fake Out reset, and he's going to be able to just go for Sucker Punch. So I go for Earth Power, thinking he would be faster than me in Roost, but that was just stupid of me, knowing I should have known I was faster than him. That was just basically like a wasted turn. But it doesn't really end up mattering at all because he really can't hit me with any move. He can't roar me because I have no other pokes. He can't hit me with Discharge because, yeah, Ground type. Can't Toxic me because, yeah, Poison type. And Roost is just not worth it at this point because I'm faster. And I'm just going to go for another Ice Beam, clean up the Zapdos. So it's basically Nidoking versus Hitmontop here. And it's going to be, this is like it's a showdown. I'm thinking, come on, Nidoking, you're bulky. Just kidding, but you should be bulky enough to tank this Hitmontop. So it's going to go for the Fake Out, obviously, and it's going to do a good amount of HP. And I'm thinking, oh, God. If he only has Mach Punch and not Sucker Punch, may be able to live the Mach Punch because of the resistances, but he has a Sucker Punch, and he's going to be able to hit me with a Sucker Punch, and that's going to be the match. So, very good match, ZellMurasame. Thank you for the battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So, if you enjoyed what you saw, go to my channel and leave me a sub and like this video. So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace, guys. Hope you liked it.